Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome back. So this is just before we get into the main part of the video, this is just a little snapshot of what happened in my race prior to the race we're on about today. This is in Daily Race C around Dragontail Seaside, and we want to focus on easy peasy over here up ahead of me. So we're going to hit our braking points here and pretty much unintentionally go into the back of easy peasy here, and for some reason, I don't know why, for some reason we get absolutely blocked and actually get shunted off. But that's not going to happen once. No, it's going to happen twice. And unfortunately here, for the Dane, they do get shoved off. So, yeah. And a little 12 for good luck, for good measure as well. So we're going to hop on board easy peasy here, and just see exactly maybe the brake and pedal inputs, and just generally maybe what he's up to here. You can see I'm right behind now, and he's intentionally slowing down and intentionally rams me off the track. I don't know what I did. I'm not sure what I did to upset him. And again, I get shunted off for a second time there, and eventually loses me loads of positions and basically ruins my race, which I thought was very disrespectful. So what we're going to do, we're going to hop on board the Dane behind us here, Golden Eagle, and we're just going to see how this looks from afar, and just see if maybe, you know, see if anyone looks like they're, maybe I was in the wrong, who knows. But if we look here, I'm clearly trying to get my way around him, and clearly that does not happen. And on both attempts, well, both successful for easy peasy there, and unfortunately I do knock the Dane out here and loses him a little bit of time, but yeah. Anyway, so to the main race. So yeah, we're in Dragontail Seaside, as you can see from that race. We're in the Group 2 machinery in the Nissan Turismo. Never mind, sorry, the Nissan Motul Ortec. Probably said that all wrong. We're in the Group 2. So an alright qualifying time, starting in P10. So decent, it's not too bad. And we're going to try and finish better than where we started, of course. That's always the aim of the game. And just a reminder, guys, if you're new, be sure to subscribe, like if you like it, dislike if you don't like it, comment your thoughts as well. And yeah, we're pretty much going to get right into it here. So you go 3, 2, 1, let's go. So the majority of us are in the Turismo. Why do I keep saying Turismo? Sorry guys. We're in the Nissan here. So with that said, we don't really have any advantage in terms of cars, but we do have an advantage in terms of tyres. Not at the moment, however. We're on the back foot in this first stint. We're going to do 6 laps on the mediums, and we're going to do the rest of the laps just about... We're going to do the rest of the laps on the softs as well. So we're going to try and cover off our position here without there being any carnage. Luckily, we avoid it. No carnage on that tight hairpin there, which is nice. We do see the Brit Giro go a little bit wide there. And actually behind us here, if we look on a mini-map, carnage strikes. So we got a little bit of a gap forming to the leaders up ahead. And with some fantastic camera weight there by the GC Sport team, we're going to lose a position here. I kind of unintentionally gift the Frenchman our position, Papadou 619 Rey Mysterio. Unintentionally gift that position there, but it does come into contact with the barrier. We gain, well, not 1, 2, 3, no, we actually gain 4 positions, so bam, right up into P7. Not too bad that, I don't mind that at all. Now, we do have a little bit of a train forming behind us here. A lot of us in close proximity. We're going to try and not have too much carnage. Well, at least we're going to try and survive, hopefully. And behind MSI Christian, who was actually ahead of us at qualifying pace by 1 position. So obviously it looks like he's doing good there. I actually get lunged a little bit by Forsaken there, so I think that was a little bit of a far-fetched move, but that's okay. You know, just fine, it happens. So I lose a couple of positions here. I'm on the outside, so I knew exactly what this Brit was going to do. However, I didn't see the other Brit here go for the move, Mighty Morg. So we do lose more positions out of it, but we have found ourselves back in P10. We are set in purple sectors, as to be expected on lap 2. And yeah, this is an interesting combo. Let me know your thoughts, guys, if you've had any races around here. Yeah, I'm not big on it. I'm liking the Group 2s, but I'm not really big on this track. This is one of my earlier times racing this. I've done it a couple of times, but yeah, this is mostly the first time me kind of investing more time into it. So we do lose 2 positions there. Get squeezed a little bit here. And kind of do miss the barrier once again. However, it looks like Mighty Morg does lose a position, so again, do gain. So there's always carnage on this one, so I don't think the race is ever truly over. So we found ourselves behind the Frenchman once again in the pretty nice looking livery. We're going to skip to lap 13 here. Well, we've caught up a little bit and built a little bit of a gap of 1.6 seconds away from East Fleet. And we're going to try and hit our braking points a little bit better this time. After this race, I did have a little bit of extra time qualifying. Did a couple of other races, and I didn't do as good as I felt I did in this race. However, the qualifying pace has improved, so hopefully we can keep working on that and maybe just improve for future. Try and avoid death at the death chicane. And I think it's actually alright. So we got 3 wide going up ahead here, so we're going to, we're going to try and make the move work. And we do briefly go 2 by 2 here, so however it does quickly settle into single file. We got the Russian and the Brit up ahead, both for penalties, so that will come into effect. As you can see, we're relatively close to them as well. So we're going to not fight too much with the Dane here. Don't really want to cause any carnage. Kiro going wide, unintentionally losing some positions, and it looks like a little bit of a bump there, a little bit of a hip bump, and well, the Frenchman does get knocked wide, so we're going to get squeezed by the gold Danish driver here, and we're pretty much somehow making that move work, which I was actually really happy about. I think that was pretty nice. As a bit of a squeeze, the Italian MSI Christian found wide on the track there, so that benefits us massively. So we're going to, of course, we're going to make the most out of that situation. And now we found ourselves in P7. So you can see how rapidly this is changing, guys, and there's still plenty of action to come, so make sure you watch to the end. And just to let you know, guys, I do upload other daily race videos and other videos on racing, like league racing. So if you want to see any of that, obviously make sure you check out the channel. I'll leave a card in the top for the league racing. I did unintentionally knock the Russian wide a bit here, and I don't think I lost him any time. However, that penalty, I was frustrated with myself, but at the end of the day, it was deserved from me there. I did deserve that penalty, so I won't fight that. I will respect that's, you know, that is unfortunate, but that's just how it is. Spider-Man making an appearance in the left there, and we've got another Italian on the inside here, which is an important character. So of course we'll bear this in mind for a little bit later on here. We serve that second penalty, and we lose all the places we gained. We're right behind East Fleet. We're back in our potential new position. What do you think, guys? P10, is that P Zafra? Let me know. And we got a little bit of a gap now to the driver behind of about half a second. We're gonna try and maintain that, which we're just about managing to do. We got half a second ahead of us as well. So we're going to try and get on the brakes a little later this time and close up this gap, which luckily we have done. So we're losing time on our delta here, so we're obviously getting caught, which obviously we got that penalty, so that's bound to happen anyway. We do make it through the death chicane here, and East Fleet kind of goes a little bit offensive, but then actually defensive, then luckily backs out of it, which I think was the smartest thing to do. At least this way we should be able to work together, which I respect. I think that was the smartest play. That way we could maybe use each other to progress through the field. So P9, we're in lap 6. What other carnage can we expect? Well, make sure you stay in tune, guys. It is brewing. It is coming up. Now, we luckily get a pretty good apex there on that corner, in my opinion anyway. I think that's pretty okay. Let me know if you think there's anything I could improve on this track, or really any mud races as well. I'm always happy, always happy to hear what I can do. So, here we go. We bring down this gap here to Mania up ahead. Bingo Mania. In the gold livery here, very shiny, and actually exits stage left. So there we go. We're gonna just we're just gonna take that position. I suppose that gold card wasn't worthy of a gold medal, at least for now. Maybe in the future. But with that said, we're going to actually progress up to P7, and we found ourselves behind the Italian, which, as I said earlier, is an important character, which you will of course soon find out. But for the meantime, let's try and stick with him. And we're actually going to be approaching our pit window very soon, which we're going to cut to right now. And we'll just get a cheeky little pit animation in here. See, we're switching to softs. See, Forsaken, MSI, Christian. A couple of us go into the pits here. So, that's fair enough. Oh, the livery, if you're interested, guys, that was made by myself. It's a bit basic. Pretty much matching my kind of style, I guess. Let me know if you like it. It's just it does the trick. So yeah. Anyway, so let's get to the good stuff. So P8, now P7, lap 8. We're right behind our Italian friend here, and I was looking for a move, but I think I was a bit too far back, and we found ourselves right on his bumper. So we're going to just watch out here. He's got fresher tyres than me, and I believe he may have switched over to the softs as well, although I could be wrong. And we're going to really try and not make too many mistakes here. So as you see by the delta, we're actually down by our personal best. You see how much time we're losing being behind Ultra Concept here. Now, he does start to pull away, so I don't want to lose him. I want to stay in this slipstream and then eventually try and slingshot past. So what we're going to do is we're going to just try and bring down this gap as much as possible. Of course, we do see the group up ahead here. They're not too far ahead, and we do have a couple of people going to pits, so that's going to actually bring down the actual time to the leader down, which is really helpful. We've got half a second built into the driver behind, the German. An Ultra Concept here, going for a nice defensive move. There's not much of a door here, but I'm going to make there a door. I'm making that door, and we made it. And briefly here, we're going to go 3 wide. So if we look at this through the fancy camera here, ain't that just a lovely look? Yeah, look at this, fancy. Now I don't want to be in this sandwich of a train, or of a. I don't want to be 3 wide in this sandwich. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. So we actually get ahead of Ultra Concept, but I'm not sure what happens there. It gets a bit argy-bargy, and I can tell at this point he's a little bit upset at me. It's a bit heavy of me on there, in the corner there. So we actually get bumped from behind. I was fully expecting that, hence why I went into first gear and I didn't actually accelerate. I slowed right down. Don't know how. Maybe it's my sixth sense. Maybe it's my superpower. I'm not too sure. But all I know is that move was coming, so I was preparing for it. And we're going to just now try and catch up to P6. So again, in P7, I'm very wary on the driver behind, so I'm going to be watching my mini-map a little bit closer here on the radar, but luckily, no carnage. At least, for myself. And there's yellow flags up, or waving. There you go. Well, you saw it. Now, you see here, the driver, Forsaken, who we had a little battle with earlier, actually got those yellow flags there. So, good recovery. I was trying to make the move work here, but I was a little bit too far back. Although it does make a mistake. So, we're actually going to start trying to push a little harder now. But we also want to try and avoid pretty much just ruining it. We don't want to ruin anyone's race, but we also want to keep it nice and consistent. So we're going to look for a move. Yep, still too far away. Okay. We've still got 3 laps, bear in mind. Although he does make a little bit of a mistake here. Maybe got on the acceleration a little bit too early here. As you can see, I'm door number 17. And Forsaken is door number 1. So So the game suggests that Forsaken is the highest rated driver here, and I am the, well, I suppose I was one of the lowest rated drivers here, but now there's 16 of us, I technically am the lowest rated one here now. So I'm pretty impressed to, you know, somewhat keep up the pace with Forsaken here. On a track I'm not very familiar with. And as you see, they're battling a little bit here, so this is good. This is gaining me a little bit of time on them. However, this is bad because now we're going to start getting the drivers like East Fleet start catching up behind us. So it's a double-edged sword. And I do, unfortunately, get caught right in the... I have a little meeting with Mr. Barrier once again. I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know what happened there. I think we just both was in a bad situation. I think I was on the inside as he was turning. I don't think that was malicious there. I think that was an honest mistake. At least I'm hoping it was anyway. So because of that, we're going to have to change our mindset now for the last 2 laps into more of defence. Because I don't really want to lose any positions, if I can help it, of course. However, the race is not over yet. There's still chances for things to go... There's still chances for things to go wrong and things to go well. So we're going to be optimistic here and hope that things go well. So we're going to stick on the racing line here as much as possible. We're going to make sure we meet it on the apex here. And we get a good exit out of there. Again, some fantastic camera work here by our GT Sport creators here, Polyphony. Is anyone else excited for GT7? Leave a like if you are. Maybe leave a comment if you have any intentions on participating in any of the FIA races or anything. I'm thinking about it. I've never done one before, so I'm thinking about it. But I'm thinking I want to train my skills up in this game, so when we go to GT7, assuming it's going to be like GT Sport, then we can pretty much knuckle down and actually, you know, work on our speed and just generally get better. So we do get it a little bit wrong here, but luckily we don't get it too wrong. The East Fleet driver behind us here, 0.2 seconds away from us. This is getting really close. Now, I'm going to try and park it on the apex here so that door does not open up, like what happened earlier with Ultra Concept. And surprisingly here, the German goes into the pits. I did not see that coming, if I'm honest. And we're actually high up on our delta here, which is great. So we actually gained a lot of time on that lap, which is superb. So we're losing a lot of time to Forsaken up ahead here. We're in P6, P Steve. We'll lose a position to East Fleet here. I accidentally knock him a bit wide. Sorry about that, mate, if you see this. That was not part of the master plan. And we do also lose a position to the Italian as well. So, as you see, guys, one mistake can really cost you in this race. I mean, this later on as well, you can see the amount of mistakes everyone's made, and obviously, somehow I've actually kept it on track for the most part, which is all right. It's been quite eventful. So, anyway, we're going to try and salvage something out of this. We do meet with the dirt, losing us a bit of time. Ultra Concept is behind once again at 3.1 seconds now, so that's still a little bit far away for us to really worry about. So we're just going to focus ahead here. Go back into our offensive game. Looks like the Italian actually having a little bit of a jiggle there, a little bit of a dance. So we're going to try and get this right. Although, unlike the Italian and the Brit there, both of them getting it wrong. So that was not ideal for them two there. So luckily for us, we were promoted back into P6. So there we are. And we've actually caught right up with East Fleet here. So here we go. We're approaching our last lap. Can we make anything else work? Is there a chance we can maybe capture any more positions? Well, we can see here we're quickly closing that gap down. So can I go for a move here? Not quite. I do want to be clean on track. I don't want to cause much mayhem, much carnage. Although he does actually lose it here and finds himself right where I need to be. So, or right where I was even. So because of that, we actually just give him all of his time back that he just lost, and I actually lose that time. If I maybe was in the right position now, I could have maybe got past him, but that was my mistake there. But now I'm learning from it. So we're going to try and avoid that happening again, because that did happen in last week's daily race with I believe it was Woman Racer at Nürburgring. So we're going to hopefully avoid that happening in the future, but we've got a second to Forsaken behind, so now this is purely turned into a 1v1 at this point with East Fleet. We're battle of the Brits right here. and unintentionally give him a little bit of a love tap. So we're going to actually back out a little bit early here, just to kind of return that position, because I don't want to take that too wide, and also I didn't mean to give him that love tap, but I think East Fleet gave me a lot of respect in this race, so I also returned the favour, as of course is to be expected. It's nice to keep it's nice to have mutual respect on on these races and whatnot in GT Sport, in any race for that matter. Yellow flags are up. Is there any positions available for grabs? Sadly not. That's actually for someone that crossed the line, I believe. And yeah, that was actually a much better race than the first race, which you briefly saw at the beginning there. So if you like what you see, guys, make sure you subscribe if you're new. Like if you liked the video, dislike if you disliked. Comment your thoughts on it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.